Hello, these are your energy stories for the fourth week of May 2021. The first one, you can probably say that last week was the week that U.S. electric vehicles finally went mainstream. Ford announced its Lightning F-150, and this thing could be the breakthrough vehicle that has the potential to shape the arc of EV sales. Here's why. First of all, the F-150 is the biggest selling truck in the United States at about 900,000 models annually. That's against the backdrop of about 17 million passenger cars and light trucks sold every year. So 1 in every 20 vehicles sold in the US is an F-150. Ford did some brilliant things with this vehicle. Forget the 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. That's cool, but who's going to use it without getting a speeding ticket? But think about this. First of all, it has a trunk. Bigger than a Toyota Corolla's, where the engine used to be, so no more stuff out in the rain or cluttering up the cab. Second of all, it has a starting price on the low end of around $40,000. Huh? Then it has 230 miles of range on the low end side, 300 miles on the high side, 563 horsepower and 775 pound-feet of torque, the most torque of any F-150 ever. It also has a combination of 2.4 kilowatts available through that front trunk, the frunk, and another 7.2 kilowatts through outlets in the cab and the bed. And it has USB ports as well, so you can have a mobile work site running your power tools, or you can have a fantastic tailgate party with the TV and the sound system. But the best part, from my perspective, if you have a power outage, that hurricane rolls through or you get fires in California, that F-150 can power your house, average house, 30 kilowatt hours per day, for essentially 3 to 5 days with a battery that's 110 kilowatt hours on the small side, 150 kWh on the high side. And they can put that power into your house's electrical system straight through the charger. No electrician required. So everybody else in the future is going to take these ideas and run with them in the years to come. Let's see how the market responds to this F-150. But this may be the EV vehicle that truly bends that adoption arc. No more yes but with this one. Ford also announced last week it's teaming up with battery maker SK Innovation, and they've created a JV called Blue Oval SK to manufacture battery cells and arrays in the US, producing about 60 gigawatt hours annually by mid-decade. That's twice the size of Tesla's gigafactory. So Ford is finally catching up with this thing and making some great strides. On the storage side, Highview Power, the cryogenic company that basically takes air, liquefies it, and then expands that air 700 times to spin a turbine, they've announced that they're developing a 350 megawatt, 2.1 gigawatt hour group of projects in 4 provinces in Spain costing $1 billion. The idea is to replace some gas turbines, and they're using all off-the-shelf tanks, pumps, and compressors, with roughly 60% round-trip efficiencies. And we're going to need every last one of Highview's projects. The International Energy Agency last week released a study that said that it's done the modeling and the math, and if we want to stay at 1.5 degrees centigrade by 2050, governments are going to have to redouble their efforts in clean tech. We can't allow any more investments in fossil. We're going to have to add renewables at unprecedented levels, with solar an estimated 630 gigawatts and wind power about 390 gigawatts by 2030, representing annual additions 4 times the scale of the record deployment set last year. By all accounts, it's a pretty narrow path. But Vistra's CEO sees the writing on the wall. Vistra is the owner of 3 dozen gas-fired plants in North America, and they said they're done with that chapter of their existence, investing in north of $1 billion of renewables, so solar and battery storage in Texas and California. CEO Kurt Morgan commented, quote, "I'm hell-bent on not becoming the next Blockbuster Video. I'm not going to sit back and watch this legacy business dwindle and not participate." And then, in our cool tech story this week, Vestas, along with Olen, an epoxy producer, the Danish Technological Institute, and Aarhus University in Denmark, claim they've achieved the full recycling of wind turbine blades by splitting and recycling both the fiber and the epoxy in these composite blades. This creates the potential for a fully recyclable wind turbine value chain, and within 3 years the plan is to offer a fully scoped solution ready for industrial adoption. Those are the stories for this week. Thanks for watching. Sorry I missed you last week. I was flying back from Maui, and someone's got to do it. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Thanks.